Bella B, who's in the back?
Bella G.
Who is here in Bella?
M.
Matteo. Siri.
So, your handicap?
17.2.
Roughly.
Roughly.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for just over 3 years.
Shall we go to shoot? How many meters is it?
192. He got in the back. Come on, he got in the back. He took the back. 157.
What club are you going to use?
So, 157.
Short pin, water hazard, a bunker on the left. There are also crocodiles.
I am undecided between a 4 and a 5.
Benny, do you think they understood that we are going to do a rat trap?
Oh, is it a rat trap?
It's Matteo Siri's rat trap. So what club?
I'm undecided between a 4 and a 5.
With a water hazard in front of us, is it better a 4 that runs the risk of doing a fat shot, or a 5 that is easier to use but might result in short shot, or the ball might end in the water? We decided we would make him suffer a lot today.
You have just cleared my mind.
So
Since I'm a scared cat, I'll go for a 4.
I would do a lie-up with a pitch at this point.
Mamma mia!
Pre-shot declaration. I'm a little nervous, and then the ball goes straight to the pin.
He launched a rocket, Benny.
Showtime!
Today I think that it doesn't take me to the reduced. Ah ha ha ha. Shall we count the steps? 2. Now it's less than 2 meters left.
2 meters. I'll say 2 meters because we don't have the right measures, but I would say the absolute new nearest to the pin of the rat trap. So far.
Will he feel the pressure for the birdie? No, surely not. Birdie on the first hole is a good omen.
The ball may also end up in the lake as well.
Birdie time. It's birdie.
Let's go to birdie. To the birdie. To the birdie.
Let's go to birdie. To the birdie all day long.
I did not study the DT.
Eh, I know.
You have to do another one.
The next time.
So, center cut and perfect strength.
Let's go home. Let's go drink. I think it's over. You made a birdie. Birdie. First,
I can go,
first
guys.
and only birdie here in the rat trap so far. Can we leave, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I
Bye.
can stop here.
Yes, goodbye, guys. The beer was good, but do we also play the second one?
Let's also play the second one.
Let's see.
What a
It's hard
choice.
to do better than this, but
Is this a par 4?
so you can do 2.
I can do an eagle.
I like you. Aggressive, and you start with a
A driver.
beautiful. Then you will see all in the next Know What's in My Bag. Let's see how that works. Ow, 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 ow. Is that slice to the right a signature for you too, right?
Absolutely.
I only look at the fairways on the side.
Absolutely, yes.
Excuse me, what is a slice? I don't know it.
Fuck.
This thing here, though, Jacopo must not see it at all.
Jacopo.
I'll tell you why.
Jacopo, here we have a slicer.
No.
And now I'll tell you something until a month
Do
ago.
we have a secret?
No, it is not a secret. Until a month ago. How? I was only doing slices, and I was doing 180 meters of drive when I was hitting it hard. And the last month we worked so much on the driver, and I was using the driver perfectly.
Will it be the pressure, the camera?
Could it be the birdie?
I think so.
So do I.
I think so.
You can recover.
Whatever.
So for those who have already seen the rat trap, Iovalampe, they already know. Or that our good friend Fabrizio was more or less in the same situation, huh? He was a little bit further back. So the previous zone was the Alampi zone. This right here is the new Siri zone. So here we have a low opening and the chance to shoot a little bit higher. What's he going to choose?
I think that
Rightly, he asked us the most logical question. Do you know roughly how far I am from the pin? Well, I told him 200 meters and he said I could play the pitch. I responded, wow, that's crazy.
No, I asked you.
Ah, I didn't realize it was for a layup. You're going to make
I am
2
undecided.
shots. Ha 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 ha.
Seriously?
Today it goes like this.
No. My indecision was between trying that impractical opening or doing it a pitch shot.
Ah, that's true. I saw. Because clearly, I was going crazy. Even though I'm not playing, I only looked toward the pin. But actually, there's an opening. Benny, follow me. There is an opening on this side too, not just over there. Since he reasons much better than us, by the way. He said, I think the style will shoot it back out. But then you're 180 meters away. What a
That's
pity.
too far.
In my opinion, the risk is worth the candle.
Let's go for the narrow opening.
Yes, we made it.
Well, it is low. It's in the opening.
Worm Bonnier.
Gigi, what plant is this?
I don't know, maybe a Callaway 3. I don't know, it's marked like that, but this has been here for years. I mean, it's an archaeological find. It's an integral part of the plant. However, in the meantime, we found the ball. It is over there.
It is good placed. If not very good.
But is this your natural habitat?
No, that's the problem. In Santana, there are no trees like these. In Santana,
Damn.
you end up in ditches, lakes, etc. everywhere.
You are an expert there. Super expert.
The ditch is better than...
I prefer the fescue.
It casts a shadow.
It does, definitely.
It feels good. We are close to the clubhouse.
We need to leave the ball here and go have a beer.
You know, that's how it is in the end. Whatever, what club are you playing? That's a difficult situation.
Unfortunately, I guess I have to repeat that crap I did before.
Worm burner, but intentional.
Because it is a rat trap.
Because in the rat trap, you can't avoid doing a worm burner. It makes sense.
The ball has to be very low now.
The lowest you can. Wow.
At the end, it turned out to be the same shot as before. A little capone when the ball is hit on the top half of the ball. It slightly got a topspin. It came down right away and it was able to go under the branches. But why did you choose a hybrid?
Because it seemed a little easier to make an intentional top with the hybrid.
It was an intentional top. I like it.
Oh yes, because if it rises there, you hit the pine cone 100%.
From here, there are various schools of thought. There is the school of thought of a Gigi soft swing with a club with as lowest loft as possible. Maybe a hybrid is fine here. Also a wood potentially, but beware though that if the hands slip away a little bit, the low center of gravity of the woods makes the ball rise immediately, or on the contrary, a smash with an iron with little loft. So maybe 5-iron or 4-iron.
Benny,
That's
show
Benny's
us.
school. Darn!
Yeah, so this is a position that absolutely needs to be explained because you have to be very careful, and it has fooled me so many times. You are in a position and you see the light at the bottom of the abyss right there after the trees, and you may think I'll play a low shot. I'll go through. While here the situation is really bad because the height we are at right now, which is above a mound, as you can see from the video, it is already higher than the tip of the lowest mast that we have here. So I can already tell you that there is no shot that physically can go under. This is what happens if you're the average golf player, because it happens unless we call Benny, because Benny in these situations can do magic stuff that you guys can't even imagine.
Is that a challenge?
Yes, it is a challenge.
I put my
go
phone
ahead
down.
And show us how you get out of this bad position. Come on, show us.
Low shot under the plants that has to start out almost level. I use an iron with the lowest loft possible, in my case, a 4-iron. I tilt the club very far forward to almost cancel the loft. At this point, we need to play on the speed of passing and being able to give spin to the ball. If the ball has enough spin, it can take off through the air, and thus, even at practically zero elevation, it can go very far. But if we hit it too slowly or with an angle of attack, with no power, the ball either rises immediately or falls down to the ground.
All right, that's good. Now try to do it. I was humming and hawing to waste time.
A cold iron for a moment.
A freaking phenomenon. How good are you? Too easy.
I'm used to living in the woods.
107, 108.
107, 108 meters. I come here. Tell us what kind of player you are. Do you like more of these green shots, short approach shots, or maybe drives? What do you like hitting the most?
I'm definitely not a driver, and we've seen it. Overall, I'd say I'm between longer approaches and short ones. I like the short approaches. This is because my favorite club, and here Jacopo again must not hear it.
It will not appear in the video.
It's the 60 degrees that I like to play around the green. But now the ball is 107, 108, so
Pitch!
pitch.
To the pin.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Aye. He tried to the pin, but the shot opened a little bit and it ends up to the right of the green. It's time to use the 60
He
degrees.
mentioned it, Benny. Look how mad he is. He's fuming, Mamma Mia.
This is a very strategic position. Here, you can either try to hit the lob to the pin or using a 60 degrees and try to do instead crush the ball to roll it a little bit because anyway the pin is not at the beginning of the green. You can also choose to play slightly to the right, pull you away from the bunker at that point, also play a rapid shot.
I'm undecided.
You're undecided and you're already holding the 60? Who are you kidding?
I am certain about the club because this is my favorite one. I'm undecided whether to hit it, as Benny said, a little crushed, or to hit a lob shot.
Then if you're hitting a lob shot, Gigi and I will challenge you to lob from here.
Then of course I'll go for a lob shot.
But we can't fool him. I mean, it has to be more veiled, Benny.
Okay.
Are
So,
you seriously hitting a lob shot?
Yes, I decided I'm hitting a lob shot.
you can also play dunk if you want. It's not a problem.
I don't know, today I feel like hitting a lob shot.
Lob shots, so Gigi, we're challenging him in the lob shots.
Ci sta? Look at him. My goodness.
He played it well to slide it under.
Fortunately, it slightly went to the left. We have a chance to beat him, but it looks tough.
He's right. He's got a perfect grip.
I mean, Benny always challenges me in the things where I lack equipment. Today he challenges me to hit lob shots. He has the 60 lob. The most open club I have in my bag is the 56.
Yes, but you hit them perfectly.
Yes, indeed, I am a crazy lobber. Come on, take advantage of
You
the
kept
nap.
it for me. Yeah, choke up on it. You choke
Yes.
up on it. Clutch your foot
Did
rolled
you
up.
really want it? I'll shoot it raw. Champagne way.
Extremely raw, guys. I put the face of the club is at 90 degrees of loft. Too many degrees of loft. It didn't start.
Benny, to everything there is a limit. It's okay to use a 60, but if you open the face, it becomes 75,000.
The sixth shot didn't go well, so easy tap in for the seventh. And we are back in the average handicap.
Benny, what's on the right? Because I saw him go and take the drive.
To the right of this hole, there isn't anything so bad, but to the left is the lake.
Are you confident?
Yes.
He's
I got
assertive.
it wrong before. Now I try to...
Now,
I have to
a
hold
nice
up.
hook. A nice hook towards the water, I think, is
In fact,
accurate.
correcting the shot, it's sure... I will make the opposite mistake.
Wow.
This time straight shot. Gigi, did you notice the attempt to release the hands in order to avoid the slice? You know, the slice very often is produced when the body parts move in an unsynchronized way. Therefore, if the hands stay locked, the body turns, the face of the club lies open, and then we have a worm burn to the right. In fact, those rehearsals to look for a little more release. They were good, bravo. I like it also because it was not a hook. Because I literally saw you and your club remembering with all your body.
That's why we worked a lot with the K-vest and the hand speed was always very low. So I'm trying to speed up the pulses.
Let's speed them up. Ci sta.
How far is it?
124 meters.
Perfect. What's the standing of the driving contest?
At the bench 198, the tee is 5 meters back. So 203.
You know what? Not bad, because the ball is on the right of the green and I think it's fine. We who are bastards didn't tell him anything. However, Benny and I became aware of the fact that the Hosel is coming off the club. This oftentimes is simply synonymous with the fact that this part is a thread unglued and nothing can happen. But sometimes it is also a symptom of the head is unsticking itself. How do we recognize that? We do it by the fact that the grip is no longer aligned with the face of the club. And indeed, here, physically, yeah, can you hear it?
Yes.
You can feel the club is coming off, yet in the specific case, in my opinion, the shot was much better than what later came out, but the face opened up slightly because he hit it just at the toe, and so it did this between his hands. Be careful, always check. If you see any abnormality on the club, just stop for a moment. Do 2 tries. Check whether or not the grip is on the line, because on steel clubs it's not so serious if the head comes off. But on the graphite, if it comes off or even break, we're going to have splinters everywhere, and the risk is to get hurt.
Fortunately, then it is not too difficult to regluing it.
No, absolutely. Boy, what's in my bag? We're going to ask you where the heck you got these clubs. More importantly, how do you keep them? Watch out, they are our surgical weapons of the trade.
It goes rolling.
It takes the nap, it misses just a little bit, however not bad from here. Avant green, but the ball has a generous meter.
Is it an easy par?
Let's see if he comes up with an easy draw. Hoot, 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 hoot. So, I wasn't jinxing at all.
Just a little more, you were flying away, Gigi. Darn!
Tap in 5.
Damn.
Chista.
He must commit so as to play the next hole under handicap.
By the way, the boy here always takes the flag out. You like the flag out better?
Up close, yes, definitely yes.
From a distance, you leave it in, even if you're on the green.
Yes.
Stop. Long this one. Let's take the drive back out. Shall we try to pass the 203 meters from before?
He stated that here he wants to hit it bomb.
By now he knows how to release. Gione. Yeah. So we were good and didn't tell him that there was an OB zone on the left, so it's not our fault. You can see though, all the stakes are there. Anyway, you hit it with a heel on the right. In my opinion, it is this hole that is also a par 5, so there is time to recover. It didn't hurt, but Benny, have you noticed something? Have you noticed that the guy here does the routine?
Very precise.
Something we also notice by looking at our rat traps few people do. That is, everyone then builds their own. Yours is very accurate. By the way, I was looking at it because I calculated it right with the stopwatch. Those who do the routine well always do it at the same speed, and he is doing it perfectly. So in your case, you simulate the position on the ball. Then you go back, you take the direction, you look at the target, and then you start to enter on the tee box and shoot. After that, it's a now on everything autopilot and you shoot. It's a very comfortable thing because when you go a little bit under pressure, are you under pressure?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
It helps because the more repetitive things you do, the less you have to think and the more you let go of the autopilot that 9 times out of 10 knows more than our conscious self. Nick Cacioppo, comment down below if I made any technical errors. By the way, they are friends, so in my opinion,
Actually,
it definitely fits the bill.
I'll have to come and see you, I guess.
After this Rattrap, he told us that he needs not a 10 lesson card, but definitely a 5 lesson card.
And 5 with the psychologist for sure.
Gigi, does the routine need to be practiced?
The routine has to be practiced just like any other shot. So for example, I used to do it very often at the end of the training after you've practiced on the driving range, looking at all the things that are the technical aspects that you want to maybe control at that moment. You take and you shoot a dozen shots. Let's say spanometrically around the 10 or the 15% of the total shots that you hit, and you shoot them as if you were on the course. So you place the tee, you put the ball in the right place, the way you want it, you simulate the shot, you look at the target, you go back and you create your routine and practice it. I used to do that, and in my opinion, it's right to do it not only on the long shots, but also on the short ones. So approaches and putts. On the putt, ironically, it's even more needed because we shoot tons of putts. Well, and those are the ones we have to close the freaking hole with. As the good B teaches us, who also made beautiful videos that we put on Instagram, with the lie of the ball, which looked at from above, that is lie is position of the ball on the ground. Viewed from above, it looks all in all not even that bad. Actually, let's try to look at it by lowering ourselves slightly. Holy moly, we will find out that we've got some kind of thick rough behind it that obviously won't allow us to have perfect contact with the ball. I won't crush it for you because you can't. However, it looks like my hair when it's long, a complete mess. So be careful. Let's always look at it from the right side. Benny and I learned this stuff to our own cost, doing lots of chunk shots from the rough, thinking I'll shoot with the 4-iron from here.
Exactly. A long iron is the worst club to use here.
No, an iron with a little open loft, a 9, a pitch, and you're okay, as long as the starting angle allows you to.
In fact, in this case, I guess you can't play an iron that's too inclined. What club are you using?
So I decided to use a 7-iron just because of the
Something
tree.
in between. Let's see what comes out.
Right choice? Let's see the application. Here it is.
The ball fleet very well, perfect.
I made it.
Ciao, Nick. Let's go, let's go. All right, let's come back and try to explain what you felt you're feeling. We want to know the feeling that leads you to the shot that you just made, because it was really good and most definitely not easy.
Usually when I have the ball sunk down to the rough, especially if I have grass behind the ball, I try to build a swing that will be more vertical.
How do you do this? Where do you put the ball?
I put the ball a little bit more on the right, so it comes a little bit more vertical. Then instead of releasing the wrists, I try to keep them as solid as possible to get through the rough.
And show us, where do you grip the club?
I grip it just a bit shorter.
Exactly. Perfect. That's exactly how it's done.
Thank you.
Super top. We got the measurement 193 meters. However, since we are going slow by dint of filming and chatting, we have people in the back, we are let them play first. In the meantime, you were telling me that 193 for you is not really the perfect
because
distance,
from 190 and 3 I have to use a wood, and the fairway wood is not really a club that I'm very confident with, because with the hybrid I can't reach it. When I use the hybrid and when I hit it right, I can reach 180 exaggerating.
What is the longest iron club
stick
that you can play comfortably from the ground? A hybrid?
In terms of hybrid, I have a 3 hybrid. I can reach 170 to 180.
Do you also have a more open hybrid?
No, I only have the 3 hybrid.
So why don't you use a hybrid, you know? I understood it has a slightly higher chance of success than the wood because you immediately panicked a little bit. So I guess it's not your favorite shot, and instead of trying end up on the green anyway, you're with the 3rd shot. So you have a margin of 3 more shots and you have some room. let's do a hybrid. Then at that point, you're more comfortable and closer to the green where you told me you
The green is
approach well.
gluttonous.
You approach and you still have a chance to make a par, which in your case, you have a shot at each hole is still a shot less.
The strategy is perfect, but his vein was closed.
You didn't understand I say this stuff because then I look at it and I try to convince myself because I'm the first one who doesn't do it blatantly. If you see our challenges, you know it perfectly well. However, I like it this way and then I am preaching. So, obviously it's heavy. Are you still here watching the video? Delete it. There are other beautiful videos in English.
Excuse me, but there are also videos in Italian of Marco and Jacopo.
It's true.
Exactly.
Because he made the videos that Marco and Jacopo put on the St. Anne's page, right?
Yes,
Go and check them. They're cool. You also did a challenge basically like our coast to coast. Very nice.
we named it the big hole, but the concept was the same. Playing the course from side to side, crossing the holes, but with different strategies.
Are you nervous now?
First of all, I have always called myself the most ignorant player in the history of golf, so that's me actually.
We like it.
If you're a golfer, you're already ignorant. Trust me.
I am ignorant.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to speak for you all.
Pride myself on being ignorant.
Cool.
So actually, now that I'm trying to improve myself between the various aspects of the game, I'm trying to improve the strategy a little bit as well. So in this case, actually, I have to agree with you to play a wood that could end up anywhere from the out of bounds zone on the left up to the trees on the right. Maybe a hybrid is the best choice, trying then to make approaches if I
You
can.
sacrifice about 15 meters on the peak performance, but on the average success, you have a much tighter shot pattern in a spot
Tighter,
that you're
sure.
okay with anyway. You would be just in front of the
Sure.
bunker or maybe in the bunker of the green. You also have the 60 degrees, so who's better than you? Better than
Come on, Ed.
never a lie up had been so accurate. Center of the course, 100 meters. Unintentionally, he accidentally pulled off a coup. What bastards we are.
No, come on.
In the end, all the mumbo jumbo about playing the right club used together 3 minutes, didn't that maybe make him lose his rhythm?
Maybe B. In the meantime, he didn't only lose his rhythm on the one before, but also on this one.
Messed up now.
I lost the rhythm of life.
Wow.
High with the spin. Gigi, let's talk with him 3 minutes more just to lose our times because
He showed us the champagne shot.
slid well under ball in the air. Very good.
Pete, this could be the last. Put Jinx, please. That's could be perfect.
He's at that distance where I can continue to jinx.
Watch out, he's bringing bad luck again.
How focused
yeah.
he was, guys. What a player. Thank you.
Wow, she stopped.
Thanks to you guys.
Let's analyze this rat trap up close.
Stop.
Benny, now analyze this rat trap a little bit since you said let's analyze. He wants to be cool.
It's a common word. The analysis is quickly done. We have a +5 total, 21 hits. So we are
One above his handicap.
more or less exactly, but the guy is not satisfied.
You can tell.
We have 203 meters of driving contest and he is not satisfied yet.
A nice drive on our third hole with the water to the left, all the bunker and trees to the right.
Are you satisfied?
For the whole, yes. In general, as a square footage, I would have liked to do maybe a little more.
Well, she
More,
stopped.
and we have a say more than very good 2 meters nearest to the pin shot on the first hole in order to be ready.
With a birdie too. Are you satisfied? Did you want 1.5 meters more?
I am definitely
Okay,
satisfied.
that's fine now.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time, yes.
Tell us what you enjoyed.
Well, everything. I mean, it's very fun to play with you two guys.
No. Now tell us what you told me with the cameras off, because you have to know that. Often for work, he is also a cameraman, so he is in the back, he does the filming. And when he went to the other side, he said, I know what to do. What is it like to be on this side of the cameras?
I certainly am more comfortable behind the camera.
Behind the camera?
But come on, it showed that actually in front of the camera,
Tension increases.
it definitely increases.
The iron gets heavier, the ball a little bit smaller. The mistake is around the corner.
And the driver narrowly escaped it because he was thinking, now I'll destroy it. After the first slice,
I am sorry I made slice because I worked so hard to avoid it. I had succeeded. It was a period where I was playing it well. And just today I made 2 out of 3, though too bad.
Just go to Guido's.
Absolutely yes, absolutely yes.
and so we salute our friends at Swing Studio and thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Chista!